It's pretty much talking about like the fallen angels, which a lot of people, that's how like humankind perceive them, the fallen angels. But then also there's other, like, it's actually like the Anunnakis or the reptilians that that they're the ones that bred with the humans, and it talks about that. And in the Ethiopian Bible, the Book of Enoch is there.
Like obviously, like there's certain things like to survive, like survival instincts that you're gonna up to a certain point, and you're still gonna try to stay alive. But and it went back to like remember I told you the mark of the beast. I know a lot of religious people, like, it's going to be interesting if we are going to get to that point to where we're forced to get the mark of the beast. And if we don't, then we're not going to be able to buy food. We're not going to be able to have housing. We're not going to be able to live in general. We're going to die if we don't know how to, support ourselves through nature.
And I think that's just one thing to just clarify. Like, at least for me, like, I don't follow a religion. I don't follow Christianity. It's more than anything, like, it's the Bible and the teachings of it, and having it so that it makes sense. So it's not like I follow Christianity or I'm religious. It's just having that faith in like the Bible and in Jesus Christ. It's not, I don't follow a religion. Like, I don't follow Christianity. I'm not a like the little the denominations, like the
and that's the thing, because I know based off the Bible, it's saying to follow God and to listen to God and to pray to God. And I know a lot of religions pretty much follow. And it's me coming from a question of trying to understand more, trying to find the truth, seek truth. It's like, I know a lot of religions, Catholics, they follow the pastor.
Okay, even I don't know what I would call it.
Because I understand their point of view, because the prophet or the priest or the preacher is pretty much simplifying a lot of the terms, or pretty much guiding.
So hence why, like, I'm not, like, you could say, quote unquote, like, in that term, religious, or I don't follow Christianity. I don't follow that. God, Jesus is God in human form. So Jesus is God in human form. And for example, Mark, Luke, John, and Matthew, they pretty much lived with Jesus Christ and wrote about him, what they saw, how he rose from the dead, the teachings that Jesus had, God, and then from that I go going based off on that. So go based off on that, the Bible, because they had actual like with Jesus, and from the word himself, from God, like Jesus is God in human form, and so just going based off on that. So it's not even listening to a John or a Luke. It's what John wrote.
First-hand experience.
It's just Jesus turned, let's say, water into wine. Jesus taught us to, respect thy neighbor, love thy neighbor. And so it's not listening to John. This is John's first-hand experience with Jesus. And so that's what I read and follow, per se. And when I say follow, that's what I read and I go based off on. Yeah, definitely. And have faith that it's the truth, because they lived with him, and the fact that they died and they were willing to die, they were they were willing to die for what they knew they saw. They died actually because of, they were saying Jesus rose from the dead. Like, if Jesus didn't rise from the dead, like, for example, if I'm saying, like, someone rose from the dead, and then the Romans came to me and said, don't say that or we're gonna kill you, but he did, I saw him, like, right, I would probably die for what I saw. But if that wasn't the case, like, if I'm lying, like, I just want to say he or like, I want to say he rose, and they came to me and say, don't say that because we're gonna kill you if you keep saying that, I'm like, okay, well, actually he didn't, like, I'm not gonna die for that. So they were willing to die for that. They had first-hand experience. They're the ones that wrote those the books, and so they have more credibility in that sense than for example, and going directly, like, from their word, than like to like a religion or Catholicism or Christianity per se.
Because that's the thing, I know, especially, and this is not me targeting a certain religion, but this is what I've seen, that for Catholics, you go to a priest, you tell your sins to a man, you tell your sins to a priest, and this, in my head, I'm like, and this is just basic logic, thinking it from a logical point of view, is like, I think your conversations and you confessing it should be directly with God, not with another man. And I also agree that some religions, being 100% for that religion, it's it should be with God.
Yeah, it should be directly with him.
Yep.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%.
Because, yeah, men are corruptible.
Yep.
You seen preachers
you seen the news.
Yeah. Fuckers, some fuckers take advantage of people.
Yep.
Fucking buy mansions, buy a private jet.
Yeah. And then also with the priest with, like the...
Oh, that too. Yep.
But then with that, do you think things are objectively good and objectively bad?
Objective how? Because you keep saying objective, like they're yes and no.
Yeah, like across the board, there's no other way. Like they're just, that's kind of like the law. It's kind of like physics. Like,
yep.
Like you can't create something out of nothing.
Yep.
That's a truth. That's something that. Do you think there's objective good and objective bad?
Yes.
Okay, and then where do you think that comes from?
One of them is the Bible. Okay. And then I think everything was derived from the Bible, even till now. Because I know, like killing, for example. I know that's a big one. And then also, you could also argue that, in nature, predators prey for food. But that's the thing, they kill them for food. Mm-hmm. They don't have the intention of, I'm going to make them suffer, because I want to, I'm going to kill them. And I know for, people, you're not going to kill another person for food. That's cannibalism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you do kill them, like, it's probably because, for whatever reason, that's not a good reason.
I agree, because then I know there's a lot of people saying that, they come about, like, those, like, killing is bad. They come across that, like, killing is bad as, it comes from within. Like, I know it's not good or bad.
But I think we were taught that.
Yeah, we were taught that. And that thing is that you could come about it, but it's subjective.
Yeah.
Because, like, how we say, like, I guess, starting from the very beginning, how, like, we're atoms. Atoms bunched up together to molecules, and then from the molecules we came, like in the atheist explanation, from that we came to from something inanimate, we came to life with that consciousness and willing to and wanting to survive and live. So and I find that very interesting, like the inanimate to something that it's life. Like I don't know how that transition happens, and I'm not saying that how did we come across that? Like there's really no explanation as of yet. Even science can explain from nothing to life. Like, how does that even happen?
Yeah.
Or from, like, the atoms, imagine just material to be able to, have the flesh and body and have, like, this mind or consciousness. Like, how, like, they still say, like, they don't know still how consciousness works?
Yeah, dude, because fucking just look at AI. You could easily, like, say it has a conscience because it's able to pretty much do everything a human can.
Yeah, and then that one, I think I have some understanding. I think it's a predictive model language, no? So, like, you say these words, it's kind of like math. I think, from what I understood from Lex Friedman, is you say these words, and the computer, the program software, predicts what the next word should be. So, what is, and then, like, so this is a word, like, this is 5, and then usually, like, as an example, right? This is a 5, and then it's followed by a word like what is 4, and then 3. Like, what are the next words that should follow? Like, it's kind of like math. But I know that it's advancing more than that, because some people can't explain how it's advancing. Now, I don't know if you've seen some of the Lex Friedman ones.
I haven't seen them, but no, yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude.
They don't know how it's learning on its own. It's starting to learn on its. It's learning on its own. Like, they can explain how it does some of the things that it does.
I was gonna say something too. Oh yeah, and going back based on the atoms, and how we derive from like just the molecules and whatnot. I know I saw a video where they also said that everything is perfect in a way that all the atoms were pretty much like the molecules. They're the right size. That if it was like just a fraction bigger or smaller, like life wouldn't exist.
Which and the thing is that like I'm open to everything. Like even like some of the things that we discussed about like interdimensional beings and the Anunnakis, that they were the ones that the fallen angels that bred with the the humans, like, or like for example like that bred with the humans and that created the giants and the Nephilim, which is in the Bible. It's in the Bible. That's the thing. It's in the Bible. You read Genesis. It's in I think the 2nd or 3rd page. Yeah. It's there, and so I'm open to all of that. Obviously, there's no evidence for anything. I think the strongest evidence there is, which is what I'm going based off, is the Bible and God and Jesus. Yeah. That's the evidence that exists and that makes the most sense. And that when I think of things, I come to the logical conclusion of this is the thing that makes the most sense and is the thing that is the most right. Yep. Because of the evidence that exists of it. Like, but I'm open to everything. But as of right now, that's the thing. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
and those are just videos that I see. It's not like I'm really studying them. It's just like shit that I find interesting.
No,
There's a lot of stuff that I fucking see that's interesting. Like
No.
fucking story. I think more than anything, stories.
Have you seen the Book of Enoch?
I
Heard of it?
I heard of it, that it's very accurate, or there's a lot of stuff that's in there that...
It's pretty much talking about like the fallen angels, which a lot of people, you know, that's how like humankind perceives them, the fallen angels. But then also there's other, like, it's actually like the Anunnakis or the reptilians that, you know, that they're the ones that, you know, bred with the humans, and, you know, it talks about that. And in the Ethiopian Bible, the Book of Enoch is there.
The Ethiopian?
Yeah, because it's, you know that Christianity was first in Ethiopia before like in any European countries. So it was first there. But it's pretty much how like you know the fallen angels, or the fallen angels came, but then other people they think, or could be like, you know, the aliens, interdimensional beings, you know, breeding with humans. And then that's why you hear like stories of, you know, like half man, like
yeah,
half,
like boar, freaking horse.
And then they started like, you know, to like and then God seeing that as, you know, like, what the fuck is going on?
No.
And that's why there was that flood.
Yep.
You know, to get rid of all the, you know, all the evil.
Yep.
And Noah, because he was of the noble of the, you know, God's grace, you know, build a boat with these animals. And hence why you hear all these stories about, like, you know, like in the Egyptian or Egypt or in the high mountains, there's like evidence of a like water, like you've heard those or you've seen those videos. Yeah. So like everything, like, and then the Nephilim, like it's in the Bible, and so you see like everything, like it's like everything is the, like the overarching, the big is there. Like we just don't know the exact like specifics or details or what is the truth, but it fits, like everything is there, like.
But I heard of it, and the thing is, there's a lot of shows that depict that, dude. A lot of biblical stuff. Like, I don't know if you watched Supernatural.
Was it on the Channel 5?
You know how there's a lot of urban legends, you know, like of shapeshifters, of Wendigos, of there's a lot of like pretty much like evil stuff, like the Chupacabra, and you like in that group. So that's how it first starts off, but then it falls into like they go into demons. They talk about the demons. They talk about Lucifer. They talk about Lilith, the one of the first demons from Lucifer. And then it goes into like they start meeting the angels. They start meeting the archangels. And then they end up meeting God and whatnot. And then they go into like the stories of the Leviathans. I don't know if you heard the Leviathans. Pretty much from that Supernatural, pretty much that there's a world within the afterlife, either hell or heaven, and then earth, which is, I think, I forgot what they call it, but that's where the God first pretty much captured the Leviathans. And then it goes into so
but it's like it's like it's not an anime, huh? It's like
it's real life show. It's like action, and then it goes into a lot of stuff, witchcraft, witches.
Cool. That actually does sound interesting.
It's good. It's a lot, but yeah.
And then also you also see like evidence of it in like Hollywood, in like the Super Bowl. Like you see like different
fucking
like, people,
rituals.
the rituals, the embarrassment. Like, and it's not a coincidence. Like Chappelle like experienced that, in the sense like they wanted him to do that. They made him look crazy. Similarly Kanye. Because at least Kanye, because he talks about Jesus. And
yep, I know they did it with a few rappers, and I think they're doing it also with Wendy Williams. They're making her look crazy because she's speaking up, like she's asking like actually questions that is bringing everything to life. And I know like they do that.
And the thing is that how there's some people that believe every conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Which I would feel it's fair to say not all conspiracy theories are good or bad.
But I think there's a good portion that are.
You're right, but not 100%. Like for example, let's say, what's a crazy one? What's a really crazy one that is like
flat earthers?
Okay, flat earthers. That's one. And then also maybe let's say
a lot of their stuff is very fucking persuading though. A lot of their stuff.
It is. And then I guess I'm trying to like very crazy out there one. Maybe like the pigeons are like robots or like.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, it could, but they're more out there.
Yeah, right? But they're more of like. It can be true.
It can be, but I guess I'm trying to think of something that is like so ridiculous that it's like a obvious no. But obviously there's no such thing like that. But there's, like, out of those, there's probably some that are like were come up with like just, you know, came as hearsay and then it just started spreading, right?
Like, what do you mean conspiracy theories?
Well, yeah. So what I guess what I was trying to say, like, you know how like there's people that believe everything, but then there's also people that see all this, like, they believe in none.
Oh, they choose to ignore it.
In spite of like evidence after evidence, like, but like how does that even, like, really? Satan in Hollywood, like, they're just actors.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. There's those people.
There's some people that just, no matter how much amount of evidence or coincidence that happened,
the government will never do that.
Yeah, they're gonna be like that, and so there's still people that do exist in spite of, you know, everything that, you know, is put in front of your face.
Because there's a lot of conspiracies, or there's a lot of theories. Like, have you heard the one about that? And I feel like I'm that one of those guys. But there's a lot that we're in a fishbowl, and then people are looking at us.
The fishbowl, as in, like,
we're in a fishbowl, so pretty much like we're someone's pets. Pretty much we're someone's creations. And then there's also a fact that we're part of like some entity's cells. So if you zoom out, like, you know, we're Earth, and then you zoom out, then there's the universe, the galaxies.
Kind of like in The Simpsons, like,
yeah, like The Simpsons, like that.
You know, it started with the top of it, and it started expanding, and then we were like in a canica.
Yep.
Okay, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, some people believe that. So there's crazy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what is the case, because like, even like, you've seen like Tucker Carlson with some of the things that
he's saying,
like, he said, like, you know, like that, you know,
there's some things he doesn't even tell his wife.
Yeah, that he's heard from like the people that are in there. And
then Bob Lazar. Some of the stuff he said.
It's fucking crazy. Like, what is actually the case?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because we don't know everything. We don't know anything. And that's the thing. Like, we only know what's in front of us. We only know what's around us. We, like, us, like, right now, we don't know. We're in Los Angeles. We're in California. Yeah. We don't know what the fuck is going on across the state. We don't know what's happening in New York right now.
Yeah.
We don't know what's happening in Florida.
Yep. And then also the fact that I've also heard that, you know, in the background, like, or in, like, there's a fight going on, like, when it comes to good and evil, or good and bad.
Oh.
Like, yeah, there's that going on. And then also, like, I guess with that, you know, I guess in government politics and whatnot, the world, the powerful, the whatnot, like, you know how, like, there's some things that, like, politicians, like Gavin Newsom does, that it's like, that's not, like, it's like, it's on purpose.
Yep.
Like, it's on purpose. Like, he's trying to, like, make, like, California into the worst, like, on purpose. And I don't know where I was going with that, but it's just like, you know, like, that's, like, I think any sane person would, you know, especially put in that position, will take those actions unless they're doing, you know, something like malicious per se.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking crazy. And so, like, and there's a lot. And the thing is that you don't know what's right and what's true. So at least for me, I try to live by what I see the evidence for, what's the strongest, what there's the strongest evidence for, what I feel that is good, and, you know, I live by that.
You could also fake evidence, though. Huh? You could also fake evidence.
No, 100%. But, and that's the thing, like, you can really go only based off what you think is true and what evidence it presents, even though it's fake. Because, like, it could be, yeah, like, for example, we could be living a simulation, like, or, like, there's a lot of things, like, you know, you seen that you should see that movie of when there's the person that puts glasses on and he's able to actually see
the real world, and he sees, like, people with faces
who are reptilian, who are not, like,
dude, I think it's true.
No, I've heard a lot of stuff.
Yeah, dude, and there's a show on Netflix that I feel like I'm one of those guys, right?
No.
Well, I don't know what it's called, but it's about a guy he's actually an alien, and he's dressed as a human, and it's a fucking show on Netflix, dude.
I forgot where was this one thing, but you know how, like, they're putting it in our face.
They are, and that's to get us prepared. That's for us so we won't be shocked. So yeah, little by little, it's kind of like those medications, like building up your immune system. You know, when that, like, also like tolerance, they're building up our tolerance to be able to handle it. So once they prepare it, it's not a shock. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people react that way now.
Yep.
They see something happening, it's just like, fuck, like, I'll just continue, you know, my life. I'll just continue my daily life.
Because there's really nothing that you can do.
No. Yeah, and at this point, I think a lot of people are fed up. They're like, I'm not surprised anymore. Fuck it. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Other people would handle it.
unless you're those other people that can handle it, there's really not much you can do.
There really isn't, dude.
You just have to like accept what what is.
Yeah, I think unless you have that power, the only thing you can't control is what's in front of you, what's around you.
And so you just live based on what you can control, what you can see, what you think is true. But yeah,
because we can't control fucking nukes shoot out from the air. We can't control that.
Nope.
We're fucking dead.
Yeah, it's that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy.